Now, jumping down to College Station, Jimbo Fisher, not actually in College Station, in Houston here on Wednesday, had a little Texas A&M meeting. He's going around the state speaking to fans and media and whatnot. But, this is a team that, maybe I'm a little low on them. I got them, fifth in my power rankings, and, leaning towards Arkansas is a little bit better of a team. But, one thing you cannot argue with Texas A&M is the fact that they are just as loaded as anybody in the country, and that includes Alabama, includes Georgia. They have got the talent to win the SEC, to win it all. Can they put it all together? That's the big question mark that I have for them Aggies and Jimbo Fisher. And at some point, the talent is going to win out. That's why Georgia's been so dominant there in the East. That's why Alabama's been dominant. But it can't all just be the players, though. At some point, the coaching has got to be a deciding factor here, and that's just the reality of the situation playing in the SEC, and in particular, the SEC West. Talent will only get you so far. Hell, LSU just had 10 draft picks. They went 6 and 7 last season. So talent will get you knocking on the door. That's where Texas A&M is. They are knocking on the door, becoming the elite of the elite in college football. They have got to kick that damn thing in. And how are they going to do it? Jimbo spoke for a little over 20 minutes here. I'm just taking the last part here because I thought it was the best question of the whole thing. You beat Alabama last year, and the year before you could beat everybody but Alabama. How do you put that all together and become the best Texas A&M you can be and turn this thing into a championship contender? Let's kick it over to Jimbo Fisher.
2 years ago, y'all beat every team except Alabama. Last year, you beat Alabama. What's, in your mind, the next step, and how close are you to beating them?
Just consistency. We didn't finish some games last year. We had chances to make plays. In the Ole Miss game, we got down in the game and then had a chance to catch a ball, and we dropped the ball that puts us ahead. Then we give up a 3rd and 10. Didn't make some plays at the end. LSU, we drive down and go ahead. Then we took the punt. It was a fumble. They didn't give it to us. The game was over. But then we gave up a drive. They made a drive and hit a pass, and they made plays. You got to finish. And I think we're very close. We finished the year before. We didn't finish a couple games last year. And we had some turnover early with injuries. Like I say, you lost your quarterback, lost your center, lost your tackle, 2 of your receivers, and 2 starting corners early in the year. And we didn't adjust well, and still had chances to win the Arkansas and Mississippi State games. But, you got to play great football. We got to play consistent, do the things we did like we did before. We had last year, 2 years ago, I thought we were the second best team in this country. Thought we should have been in the playoff, and I'd like to have had one more shot at them. I don't know if we could beat them. They had a great team. But we were a heck of a team at the end of the year. I thought we were the first. That's the first one-loss SEC team that's never been in a playoff or a national championship game in the history since the BCS started, except for Auburn in 2004. Every one of them else. And you have one team win it with 2 losses, if you go back and look at it. So, we had a chance to be in there, and we were in a great shape there. But it doesn't matter. You got to do it every year. And last year we still had, even though we were young and injured and some things, and there is no excuses. You have to finish those games. We got to finish more. And yes, I think we're right there to be able to finish. I think we're a talented team, and I think here's a good thing. You only got 11 seniors on this whole group. There's still only 11 seniors on this football team when you go all the way through it. So there's a chance to have some really good teams, and I think we're just now, and our recruiting is hitting another level. We're taking things to a different place. We're perceived differently across the country. People see us as a place that we can win, be very successful. And that's why we're hitting the big-time players in Texas. That's why the national guys are coming here. The guys across the country, they come here and see A&M and what we're doing and what we have a chance to do, and the staff that's done it and people who have done it. And they know we can coach, recruit, play, and we have good facilities. And we also have a life after ball for them with the 12th man. And they see where we're at. And I think we have a chance to have a really good program from here on out. And we have to finish those games and play.
So the one thing, though, I didn't care for Jimbo's answer here. And, hey, this is you could say this is unfair because I'm not disagreeing necessarily with the issues that he's referencing here. But I think he's got to shoulder a little bit more blame himself. Because there were some games last year where, I thought the questionable play calling, and, it's his damn job to get these quarterbacks ready and to get the backups ready. And these are his guys now. He's been there long enough. So I don't care for these excuses, but again, everything he's saying, there's truth to it. It's time for them to put it all together there in College Station. We're running thin on seasons where we can have 4 losses. With the talent we've assembled, you talk of these analytics guys, Texas A&M. Hell, we just had Jake Wimberly on the show. Says this is an 11-win team. Dave Bartu, CFB Matrix, is saying the same thing. Adam McClintock, the CFB professor, he has not put out his projections yet, but I can tell you he's going to have A&M 10, 11, 12-win program. They have the talent. They've got to put it all together. Consistency, according to Jimbo, is going to be the key there this season in College Station.